Now I know you guys weren't expecting to see me back here in the Malenga cave so early. But there's something that we gotta discuss. My buddy, my good friend, Matt C, requested me to make a video concerning this topic. What are the most optimal exercises that I believe will enhance a natural's lifting potential? Now this isn't a video geared towards PEDs. This is a video strictly for naturals. This is if you're natural. These are the exercises through my own personal trial and error, my own instinctive belief. This isn't no bro science. This isn't no fucking antidote, scientific lab coats, EMG data. This is my personal belief that I've found from trying everything, every workout program known to man, every exercise, even those fucking hip abductor machines. I've done them all. Now this is what I believe. Let's start on the bench. I would say the close grip to medium close grip pin press is the #1 bench press exercise for a natural. Why, Dean? Well, the thing is, what occurs in a bench press, once you get to an advanced stage, you get to a period of adaptation, your body, particularly probably at the 4 or 5 on range, 440, your neurological adaptation is basically maxed out. And you're going to have to either use variation or micro load. And what this does is basically, you got the bench press on the rack here. You put the bench press on the pins, you save yourself the lift off portion of the lift. That's maybe a 5% variable that you save towards effort of the lift. Because just think about it. You lift off, you use about 5 to 8% of energy of your threshold. But if you start the exercise on a pin press, you'll be able to work with heavier loads, get more volume in, and still have access to a heavy weight without having to do a roll of shame, failing the weight, and still getting in that central nervous system activation. That's just a rough margin, I would say. I would say maybe you use maybe somewhere between, realistically, on just lifting the weight off the rack without a spot, if you're training alone on a power rack, somewhere between 7 and 15% depending on the person. And that's a lot. 7 and 15%, you know? That's one of the main reasons I trained the pin press. If I was to train heavy singles on the rack, I would probably only be able to use a ½ pound micro load compared to the usual 1 pound. So and then on the deadlift, I would say the most optimal. Okay, so you got the bench press as the pin press, and then on the deadlift, and the most optimal accessory I would say is the stiff leg deadlift off of blocks on an elevated platform with straight feet to hit all 3 heads of the hamstring. That's something